Next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation, Counselor Troi's mother is on a manhunt for a new husband.
Hey, it's Janelle Waz, and welcome back to another episode of Treknalysis. Woah-oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. She's on a manhunt.
Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater.
Ooh, that woman is wild, because that woman is Lwaxana Troi, daughter of the fifth house,
holder of the sacred chalice of Reeks, heir to the holy rings of Beta Z,
and also the frisky telepathic mother of Deanna Troi, because she's back on the Enterprise in the Season 2 episode Manhunt to get herself a man.
Now I know why you wore that dress.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. This simple little dress? Nothing provocative about it.
Now, as much as Star Trek was a serious sci-fi franchise, it delved into social commentary, analyzed the human condition, and sometimes asked tough questions. There were still plenty of episodes to break up each of the shows, so it didn't get too serious. Holodeck misadventures, slices of life, and the occasional rom-com. Usually starring Lwaxana Troi.
Mother, please don't do this to me.
Between completely confounding her daughter, scaring Picard so much that he retreats into the holodeck, and even showing up naked every once in a while, it's always a party when Lwaxana beams on board the Enterprise. And today, she's got those Bette Davis eyes in Manhunt.
Married until death us do part.
On Star Trek: The Next Generation.
But before I go further, thanks for checking out my video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more of my Star Trek, video game, and other miscellaneous content. Keep those hailing frequencies open on the other social media sites, and a big thank you to my channel members for supporting the channel. If you'd like to buy me a cup of tea and support my work, consider joining up on my channel. Be great to have you aboard. There's a conference on the planet Pacifica, and the Antedians want to join the Federation, so the Enterprise is playing chauffeur and picking up their representative, Fleetwood Mac.
You can go your own way. Go your own way.
Well, specifically, Mick Fleetwood sleeping in a giant fish suit. Apparently, spaceflight traumatizes the fish, and the best way for them to deal with it is to go into a coma for the next 3 days, after which they shall feast on fish scraps.
Vermicula. It's their food.
And since this is the first time the Enterprise crew is seeing Antedians, they've certainly left an impression.
They are rather strange looking, Commander.
What a handsome race.
Meanwhile, Troi senses a disturbance in the universe. No, really, she actually senses something for once! In fact, the woman who can only vaguely sense the emotions of those nearby just enough to make people nervous but not enough to actually be useful, senses a very specific person.
Oh, let me talk to them. I'm sure I'm more articulate than that.
Mother.
Yeah, it's not quite that impressive when that person is your mom.
Jean-Luc, what naughty thoughts.
It's so like my mother to do the unexpected.
Deanna, you cut that out. Your mother is a treasure! So Lwaxana is also going to the conference representing Beta Z, so naturally she figured she'd hitch a ride on the ship her daughter happens to be serving on. As well as that attractive captain of hers.
Well, well, well. I wasn't aware you had such handsome legs.
But you know who else has handsome legs? Riker! As he asserts his dominance over Wesley.
He has nice legs too, little one.
And after having Riker lug her crap through the Enterprise, an honor she was originally going to bestow on Jean-Luc, yeah, she doesn't exactly travel lightly and thinks Picard gets his jollies out of carrying her crap around. Lwaxana announces that she's hosting a Betazoid dinner of greeting, an official ambassadorial function, which Picard kind of accepts.
It sounds delightful.
That's a yes, right? The only problem is that nobody told Picard that he's the only one invited.
To which dinner was the captain referring, sir?
Nothing I've been invited to.
Well, I've already eaten, but thanks, Captain.
And with a bottle of Windex in hand, Lwaxana makes her appearance, and Picard knows exactly what kind of evening this is gonna be.
So glad you could come.
Yep, Lwaxana Troi just dressed up a hot date as an official ambassadorial function.
I wonder what's made me lose my appetite. Any ideas?
Just remember, kids, it's only creepy when Geordi does it.
Commander,
Please, call me Geordi.
I can't stay. I just don't think that it's appropriate.
The candles are lit, the cleavage is out, Jean-Luc is truly terrified, and Lwaxana is working those legs. And Picard, in a desperate act of self-preservation, has but one card left to play.
Commander Data.
Yes, Captain.
Yep, like it could have been straight out of an episode of Seinfeld, Picard calls Data into his official ambassadorial function as a third wheel.
Europium is enriched relative to samarium and gadolinium.
That's so.
Data, you will never know how much I owe you for that.
Meanwhile, Deanna interrupts dinner to drag her mother into the hallway to have a totally private conversation. I mean, I know she didn't want Mr. Hom to hear, but couldn't they have had this conversation telepathically?
Is he still yours?
Humans no longer own each other that way, Mother.
Basically, Lwaxana is going through Betazoid menopause. And yet she can still get pregnant years later.
I'm pregnant.
But this phase, something that all Betazoid women go through, and something Deanna warned Riker about when they were dating, apparently quadruples a Betazoid woman's sexy tendencies. Or even more.
Never told me that.
I didn't want to frighten you.
That's right, Lwaxana's hungry like the wolf for 180 pounds of pure British croissant. And also her telepathic powers told her that Picard had only one thing on his mind during dinner. And it wasn't tea Earl Grey. Though it was certainly hot.
I was what?
And now the prim and proper Picard is totally scandalized. So now Lwaxana has to do the honorable thing by focusing all her attention on Picard, who she plans to marry at some point. Oh, and Picard can't let her down easy because otherwise she would be deeply offended.
Congratulations, sir. I'm not amused, number one.
Also, Riker is having way too much fun during this conversation, mainly because it's about the one thing he has on his mind.
Sex.
I beg your pardon.
So the next course of action for Picard is to go to the one place he can avoid any of that. The holodeck.
That's what holosuites are for.
Where, in true holodeck fashion, it tries to kill him.
I'm here to kill you.
Hey, wait a minute! I've seen that face before!
I'm sending down my regular season boys now. They call them the Chainsaw Line.
Sure, he's a lot less grainy and not on a Sega CD, but Slade Bender is played by Robert Costanzo, who played Commissioner Stenchler in the gloriously cheesy Sega CD game Sewer Shark, where he plays a dirty politician who oversees the cleaning of a sewer.
I'm not safe anymore. They're coming to get me.
Here in the Dixon Hill holoprogram, however, he just plays a gangster terrorizing Picard while he's trying to relax.
You're through ducking me, Hill. Computer, freeze program!
Really, I think the computer's just straight up messing with him at this point. Meanwhile, Lwaxana is upset that Picard is busy with ship's business instead of attending to her, so she starts roaming around the ship looking for a new boyfriend. Meanwhile,
You're handsome for a Klingon.
And you're pretty dumb for a child prodigy, kid.
It's a good thing you're cute, Wesley, or you could really be obnoxious.
You serious?
Well, Lwaxana walks in and straight up rejects Wesley, for obvious reasons, and Worf for not being human. So who's next? Oh dear God, Geordi!
Another Coco no-no?
And on the other hand, he gets so little attention from the ladies.
I have much to teach you about women.
And while Picard's dropping anachronisms in the holodeck,
Developments in rocketry and fission resonate on into the 24th century.
Fleetwood Snacks and his assistant are awake and gorging themselves while Lwaxana makes her way onto the bridge.
I took that turbo tube or whatever you call it.
Ship security hard at work once again.
Where was ship security?
Well, clearly admiring the catch of the day.
Even in this state, they possess a certain dignity.
Well, because Geordi, of all people, turned her down. Or probably most likely she turned him down. Lwaxana turns her sights to the bridge. And with Picard being occupied at the moment. That leaves Riker aggressively avoiding eye contact. And with those fantastic legs, how's a Betazoid woman supposed to resist?
Your Commander Riker and I will be joined in the union of matrimony.
Lady, he's your daughter's ex-boyfriend. That's dynasty level shenanigans. You know, she does have the shoulder pads for it. Now we just need one strategically placed catfight.
Look what you've done to this outfit! I've never seen you looking better.
So Riker heads into the holodeck to update Picard, with Data going along in proper cosplay.
So, fellas, tell me your troubles.
Well, troubles.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Basically, Riker's been roped into a marriage with a beautiful, wealthy woman, and that's a problem. And here comes the broad with the big bucks right now.
I bet that's the broad with the big bucks.
Lwaxana's spidey senses during this delicate time are telling her that Jean-Luc clearly isn't interested in her because he's hiding in the holodeck, and Riker simply can't handle her, so she's feeling pretty down right now. But like any good bartender confronted with romantic troubles, Rex knows exactly what to say.
Why would a beautiful, high-class lady like yourself want to hook up with a mug like that? It's a good for him, if you ask me.
A charming bartender who's thought she can't read? And who isn't Quark? That's pretty damn sexy.
And a damn sexy man.
There's just one problem. He doesn't exist!
Should we tell her? I think it would be only fair.
Allowing me to go on like that with that man, who doesn't even exist.
So the Enterprise has finally arrived at Pacifica, the conference is about to begin, and everyone's love life is on the fritz. Oh, and Fishwood Mac was planning on blowing up the conference.
Oh, they're not delegates, those two are assassins.
She just says that so nonchalantly. Well, they won't be going their own way anytime soon, but the conference is saved. And it's treated like such an afterthought. And Lwaxana bids everyone farewell with some final parting words to Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc? Shame on you for thinking such a thing.
And that was Manhunt. Probably not the greatest episode of the show, but it's still a lot of fun. It's not trying to say anything profound, it's just a fun episode in the middle of the season. I know Lwaxana episodes can be hit or miss with most fans, but honestly, I love seeing her on the show, and Majel Barrett is fantastic. While she really shines in her more serious episodes, she also does well with the more comedic episodes, and that's not easy to do. Now, as the audience, we delight in Lwaxana's antics, but she is more of a nuisance to the crews she encounters. Even her own daughter. Deanna, your mother is a treasure! She's friendly, lively, and fun, all good, likable qualities that end up clashing with the comparative stiffness of the Starfleet crew. It's that clash that shakes things up in the show in a way that's entertaining to the audience. Heck, because Lwaxana is so vivacious and a joy to watch, we can excuse a lot of her antics. Again, Geordi basically tried the same thing a few seasons later, and it was creepy. Lwaxana does it, and it's a rom-com. And I would describe Manhunt as a bit of a rom-com. Having the crew who's put their lives on the line multiple times running for the hills because of one frisky older woman. And that's the A plot. Nobody puts Lwaxana Troi in the B plot. And the main cast also does a great job with the comedic material. The little glances, the subtlety, the nuances they throw into the scenes. They're stepping outside their normally serious comfort zone into comedy, and it works, showing how versatile the characters and franchise are. Sure, Star Trek is excellent at exploring the bigger, thought-provoking concepts, but it's also capable of taking a break with these fun character episodes with smaller stakes. Even though a conference almost blew up. Also, we have to admit, Lwaxana totally did Worf's job for him.
I didn't find a mate, but I did save the conference, as well as your reputations. All in a day's work, I suppose.
So, what did you think of Manhunt? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What's your opinion of the Lwaxana episodes? Are they just goofy side quests, or do you legitimately enjoy them? And what are some of your favorite fun episodes of Star Trek? Please, leave comments below and discuss. As always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Treknalysis. If you like what you see, why not give my video a like and subscribe to my channel? Tell your friends! Until next time,
I wasn't aware you had such handsome legs.